All right, let's get into beginning steps of Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 happening in real time around you, as number 4 and 5 is at 45, and the 5 and 6 equals the 11 for the 47, and that's the 911 for that twin 911 for the Gemini Trump that's before you, born under that eclipse sign. And we are under that eclipse sign now as the planet Hoth or Hot is taking over, and that ice age is setting in, and that MAGA scene is coming as that Hempire strikes back, or Empire strikes back, with the Texas and the border wars and all these things that's lining up. So 77, The New Hope came out, and that was 48 years ago, and Elvis is going to be 48 years dead this year in August, and he died at age 42, which is a 24 mirror for those 24 clocks. And Return of the Jedi came out in 83. 8 times 3 is 24, so we're in that 24 time frame for the anniversary of 9/11. Okay, so this is where you're in that 11th hour, and you've already passed the first day. You're in that midnight hour of the 2024 time frame as that Roman calendar you're in. February, and then March or April marks the first month, depending if you use the astrological calendar or the Hebrew calendar. But this is where we're merging in these things, in the spiritual into the carnal. So the 1980 is that circle on the backside, that mirror, reflective, looking back at the 89. And I've told you that we passed these matrix markers of the 89. We've seen certain things lay out, and now we're looking back for that back side. We can look back and see how the 89 that we've been waiting on, that burn on America, those things are all lining up for that Christmas spirit and the serpent year. And that's where you have the Son of Man with the man-child and stuff being shown in the Oval Office, that ovulation office, as that serpent, the semen, or serpent year, snake year, starts wiggling around. And this is going up your spine, and then your heart, your right hand are connected together, and your heart's behind your lungs. Inhale, exhale, and then you're finally going to realize where you're at and when you are, and that you're all left behind, and that your pastor doesn't know shit, and all these other things going on. Okay, so the 77, the 42. You're in the 42 reflector mark as you're in the 23 year of 9/11. You're getting the New Hope breaking open. The 77 is also the 49, which takes you to the 49 for the third day in one way. And the third day is when he rises, but also on the back side, you're going back into the time. You're just now waking up. So this is when you're actually entering the death in one way. So you're going into the tomb and into the darkness. And this is where the 4 years, the 8 years, and then as these things open and collapse, that by the end of the 2 years or 4 years here, setting up for the real, basically you have all these cards being taken and set or whatever, but eventually at the end of the 2 years, that's when the people will know, the majority will know at that point, okay? But otherwise, these next 2 years, there's going to be like a building marker, because some people are starting off in basically first chakra, second chakra, third chakra, fourth chakra. These are aligning to the days of creation and where you realize you're at, and the wells, the great wells, and all these things that are put upon the earth, and the wells with the royal flush and the hairy and the big bangs, and all those things are coming in one way, shape, or form. And the Alpha and Omega that we talked about long ago. But either way, so now that we're been living through this a little bit, and the matrix has been exposed, and learning how the system works, we can actually take what we've been learning and look back. And this is where the Star Wars matrix is opening up. The 4, 5, and 6, the 45, the 9/11. All these things are going together. The 83, the 24, Biden's going to be 83 this year in November. So we can see that Return of the Jedi, the Return of the Jabba, and that fluid ID, the flu ID, the real ID, the Israel ID, all those things that's playing up as the mark in the right hand is coming, and the right hand, that birth of the right and the citizenship, all those things for the illegal, the Eagles, the vets, all those things are coming together as that the Holocaust, and that Han Solo, and those things. So, either way, that should hopefully be some beginning steps so you can understand. And the Carrie Fisher for the Elon Musk. And basically, one more thing, with the New Hope and the Empire Strikes Back and the Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker, he's at different levels in the movie. So this is where you can see RFK being strong on one point and then weak on another point, and then another person that comes over because you have the Hamill, that's the Mayha one side, and then the Mark Hamill, that ties to Mars for the Ram for Elon for the Mars mission, and then also other country have Mars stuff going on, but all these are basically military missions. All the planets, all this stuff is all military speak, okay? All these rocket launches are ICBM tests right in plain sight, okay? So that's why the rockets at SpaceX are all dinged to hell, and they look like shit. They look like they're made to come down, okay? And it's all going to come down sooner or later as the sky falls. And your Zelensky, that Lord coming in the sky, all those things are all playing out in plain sight, okay? While the church is actually looking for some dude coming in the fucking cloud. They're actually waiting for a flying horse with a dude on it. They're actually waiting for dead people to rise up out of the ground. They actually believe in a so-called rapture that is a Buddhist teaching of the seventh world. That's not even a word in the Bible. They believe in demons, and demons is not in the Bible. It's all one spirit.